Hello guys!
Welcome back to our channel.
This is Mark.
And this is Kim. Welcome back if you are subscribed to our channel, and welcome if this is your first time here.
Alright, so in today's video, we will be talking about how much can we earn here in Malaysia and how much is the cost of living.
We might not be able to specifically share our salary because pero we will talk about the range kung how much will you be earning if you will be working here. So probably you are planning to work here, or
If you are here already,
thinking to change job, then probably this can give you
a little idea.
yeah, an idea.
Right.
As you know, we are expats. We're from Philippines, and then we're working here in Malaysia for 7 years. So at least I think it just makes sense lang naman for us to share our experience. So, okay, so again, as we were saying, this just to make it clear.
Disclaimer.
This is a disclaimer. This is based on our experience again. Kasi if you go out of the country and look for a job, or probably work na, kasi you know you cannot just go out and look for a job. You have to make sure that when you go there, meron ng job for you. It depends kung anong industry. So the salary, the cost of living, there are many factors that would affect it, diba? So anong industry ka, ano yung lifestyle mo.
Right. Right. To start with, we will be focusing on the industry which we are kind of knowledgeable.
Where we're currently at,
yes,
basically.
Right. So we are working in a BPO company. It's a call center setup here in Malaysia, KL to be exact.
In Philippines, diba, marami din tayong call center, which when we came here,
Right.
but we never really thought na it's also big here.
Yeah.
Big in a sense kasi marami ding BPO dito, and then marami ding in-house.
Correct.
And most of the call center or BPO jobs here, sa atin kasi when you say call center, it's more of a phone call and then US clients, ganyan. Dito naman more on back office, I think, based sa experience natin.
The range is between 3,500 to 4,000 ringgit.
Yeah.
So,
and it's not specific, it can go higher than that.
Right.
Parang that would be a ballpark figure lang to start for you to have an idea kung if you're working in a BPO, how much are you supposed to earn. So
right. So 3,500 to 4,000 ringgit. So that's around 40 to 45,000.
Probably. In Philippine peso.
In Philippine peso. Can you do a calculation?
So if we're going to convert it, this is just estimate kasi this is just Google. It's 47,000. So let's just say mga 45,000.
Yes,
45,000 pesos. So yun, 3,500 to 4,000. It really depends kung anong company, anong role, basta marami din siyang factor.
Right.
Again, it's just for you to have an idea kung mga magkano yung ma-earn if it's BPO.
Right.
Okay, and for earning that much, is that enough? So that's what we're gonna talk about as well.
Alright, so yun yung range ng salary dito. When are we supposed to get paid? So the usual process here in Malaysia is every end of the month. Kada katapusan kami sinasahuran dito.
And then once lang siya.
Right.
Kasi compared to Philippines, we're paid twice.
15:30, right?
Yeah, 15:30 or depends sa setup, but it's twice. At least every 15 days you will get your parang dinidivide siya into two payouts. Dito naman, it's just one whole payout sa isang buwan.
Right.
And wala siyang specific date because in your contract, they will usually say end of the month. So if yung end of the month is, if there's 30th, then it's 30th. If my 31st, there's also 31st.
And if it falls in public holiday or weekends, then of course mas early lang siya.
Yeah.
So
and then hindi siya considered late ang payment ng company because they have until the 7th of the next month to pay you. So kahit na na-delay siya ng let's say 31st, which never happened naman so far, but if ma-delay siya, you cannot complain yet kasi nga as per their law, I guess. We're not really sure about that. We know about it, but we're not pretty confident. But yes, they have until the 7th of the next month to pay you.
Correct.
Yeah. So if you're going to be working here, make sure to budget.
Yeah, learn to manage your finances.
Kasi if you're from Philippines, like for us before, we're too used to having two payouts, diba? Parang when we budget, it's every 15 days.
Correct.
So makakapanibago siya to just receive one-time payment every month.
Right.
Kung yun lang yung source of income mo.
Exactly.
Yeah?
So you really need to know how to manage your finances. All right. So now let's move on sa cost of living. Monthly expenses namin dito.
Wow.
So first, let's start with accommodation, place where you're going to stay. Okay.
The reason why we say accommodation kasi nga, again, some other jobs, they provide accommodation.
Yes, that industry that provides accommodation is F&B. Those who are working in hotels, restaurants, right, pubs. So the employers are providing them accommodation. So on our end, in a corporate world, usually, pag galing ka sa Pilipinas, ang nangyayari is the company will provide you 1 month free stay in a hotel para ikaw ay makapag-adjust, right? Okay, so right after that, right after a month, it's your obligation to look for a place where you're gonna stay here.
Speaking of place to stay, then your option, of course, is to rent.
Mm-hmm.
And then yung option to rent is, ito na nga, we're going to discuss it. Kasi for us, when we came here, we started renting a room. Kasi ano dito, kasi yung setup is condo most of the time. Meron ding mga apartment. But then of course, the amount varies na kung magkano yung babayaran depende kung where you stay. So there are many factors to consider first if it's condo or if it's an apartment. And there are also landed areas. The other thing is to consider if you are near the city center.
Correct.
Kasi once you're in the city center, medyo expensive na siya.
Right.
That's why other people stay outside. Hindi naman outside, medyo malayo na sa city.
Mga 30, let's say 30 minutes to 45 minutes
Kasi
travel.
medyo mas mura pag if you're staying there.
Correct.
Yeah? So in our case, as I mentioned, we rented out a room sa condo when we started. And the amount that you have to pay varies then kung what type or
Of
how
room.
big the room is. So, kasi like in a condo, typically there will be 3 to 4 bedrooms, depending sa size ng condo. In our case, it was a 4-bedroom, no?
It was a 4-bedroom.
So there will be 1 small room,
Two
2
medium
medium rooms, and then 1 master
Right.
bedroom. So kasi we're gonna be sharing the room, so we took medium room when we arrived here.
The rent, as far as I can remember, is 800 for the room.
For the medium room.
For the medium room, that's inclusive actually utilities, including the internet at home.
Correct.
However, since it's 2 of us, there would be an additional 180, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 180. So that's gonna be close to 1,000 ringgit for a room rent, medium room.
For the both of
For
us.
the both of us.
So, not to make it confusing, bale, ang room, depende sa size. So, if it's small room, nagsa-start siya from 500.
to 600.
Yeah, mga ganyan. Tapos, if it's medium room, nagsa-start din sa 7 or 8. And then, if you're gonna take the master, usually nasa 1,000 above na yun siya. 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, like that. Yung pinagkaiba ng master kasi is the fact that it's big, super big. Meron pa siyang toilet.
Sariling toilet.
May toilet siya inside. Yung medium room tsaka yung small room naman, mag-share kayo ng toilet outside. Kasi nga, it's, if you can picture out the entire unit, i-share nyo lang yun siya. So you will have 1 master key, tapos yung mga rooms lang yung, of course, you would have your own individual keys na, di ba?
Right.
So mag-share kayo ng mga living area, like yung kitchen, of course, yung
living-
toilet nga, as we mentioned, yung living room, mga
Right.
ganyan.
So that's when we started 7 years ago.
For us, man, naging expensive siya kasi, like, if you guys as well, coming here as a couple, magiging expensive siya somehow kung dalawa kayo kasi depende din sa condo or place where you're gonna stay. They would require you to pay or give additional, like per head. For example,
Right.
pag medium room, it's supposed to be 800 lang kasi that's the price. But if you're gonna add another person, mag-a-add siya ng 100, for example, for the room, sa space itself.
Right.
Then, sa utilities, kasi nga share din siya, mag-a-add ka din ng additional amount. So that's why we came into a total of about 1,000.
1,000. So when it comes to renting, you have an option to opt in for 6 months, 12 months, or maximum even 2 years contract. And the process here is 1 month advance and 2 months deposit. So once you
And then utilities pa.
yes, and then half of the utility. So like for example, if your rent is 800, half of that you
400.
need 400
Will go to
addition-
the
utility
utility.
deposit. So that is the contract, and then once you breach that contract, your deposit and advance deposits will not be returned back to you.
Will be forfeited.
You're right. So you need to make sure that once you signed a contract, you need to finish that contract, and by that time, that's the time lang na maglipat ka na if needed.
So basically, you will have the idea kung how much yung rent per room.
Right.
And so again, kasi nga, that's based on our experience sa condo yun, at saka it's in the city center, malapit sa work namin before, so that's why it's a bit pricey. But if you move out na a little bit sa mga outskirt na ng city, you can get 350 for a room, di ba?
Yeah.
Or 400. Kaya lang, medyo malayo na siya. And then,
You're gonna spend time na travel.
yeah.
We did that for almost a year, I guess, right? Right after that, we decided to get the whole unit na, right? Long story short,
Since then,
whole unit na.
yeah, we rent the whole unit.
Whole
So
unit.
our current place right now costs at 2,500,
Right.
and it's a 2-bedroom house.
2 bedroom, 2
So,
baths.
Yeah, 2 bedroom, 2 baths, just for the both of us. Kasi then we have our pets, yung aso namin. And so, dalawang room siya. So,
So yung second room is ginawa naming computer room.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
Iba din kasi if, may privacy. For
Right.
us, if you are just solo, single, pwede naman kayo makaroom. Meron din mga studio, di ba?
Meron din mga studio. As far as I know, yung ranges ng studio is around 1,000 to 1,500 ringgit. Depende din.
Pero yun yung range.
Oo.
Let's just say it mga 1,500 to 2,000 for a studio. Tapos pag nandito ka na, hindi mahirap maghanap ng place na matitirhan. Kasi
There's
there are
plenty.
so many, there are a lot. So yun, sa rent. Moving on.
So, yun na, 2,500 yung rent namin sa whole unit. Wala pa dyan, hindi pa dyan kasama yung utilities.
Yung utilities,
Alright.
yes.
So, utilities, that includes electricity, and then water bill, and then internet, and yung last is gas. Okay? So, takol natin yan each one. So, electricity dito namin, for 2 of us, and on a monthly basis, ang binabayaran namin ranges to 200 to 250 ringgit. Okay? Wala yung pagtitipid na nangyayari. Okay?
And we're using 3 ACs.
Yeah, 3 aircons. Next is yung internet bill namin. Right, so magkano nga ba yung internet natin?
Internet is 136. 136. 100 Mbps.
Yes. Alright. See, somehow dyan mas nakakamura tayo,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Compared to the Philippines. So, 136 for 100 Mbps. Next would be our water bill. Water bill namin it ranges 40 to 60 ringgit just for the water alone. Last is gas, alright? Gas is 30 ringgit. Yung malaki na yan ha, yung 14 kg na yan na gas, and it would last for 3 months. Yan yung expenses namin, monthly expenses. So rent would be 2,500, alright? Plus, anong pa nga ba yun? Electricity. Electricity would be 250, alright? And internet is magkano? 136. And yung gas is 30, water is 50. Yeah.
So mga, let's say,
So mga around
29.
2,976.
plus meron tayong water purifier, and it has monthly about how much?
118. 118 ringgit.
So, so sa expenses namin, it's about 3,000. It might be expensive because, yun na nga, we're renting the entire unit. Tapos, kasi naman, dalawa naman kami nag-work. So, we're sharing the expenses. Pag nag-room rent lang kayo, it's gonna be lesser than that.
It's gonna be lesser. Right now, sa mga bagong condos, right, they do offer all-in. Right? For room for rent, usually like for medium, nasa 800 all-in
So, all-in
na.
na siya. So,
Merong nag-o-offer yun. So, mas makakatipid ka if solo ka talaga.
Yeah.
Like, if you prefer room for rent lang.
Yeah.
So, look for those room for rent, inclusive na yung utilities and internet.
Yeah. So, yung amount na kinalculate natin is just for our current rent here. At least you have an idea how much we are spending sa house and then sa utilities as well, because you might, decide to get a house or a unit for yourself as well.
Right. Proceed tayo doon. Right after the utilities, ang pag-uusapan naman natin is yung grocery. Right? So for the two of us, how frequent do we do our groceries? Twice a month, right?
Yeah, we do it twice a month. And then hindi naman din kasi kami masyadong nagluluto every day.
So yun. So for our groceries, twice a month kami usually nag-grocery. And ang range ng grocery namin, most of the time is 200 per grocery. So since twice kaming nag-grocery in a month, so that's 400 for the two of us and of course our two dogs.
Kasi may aso kami, that's why
Yes.
it's a bit, din, add-on din siya sa expenses.
Yeah, that's it for the food. So how much do we have now?
So 3,1, then let's say add natin yung 400, so mga 3,500.
Okay. And then after that is yung mobile internet naman tayo. So if you watch our previous video, we are very happy on how is the setup ng internet dito. It's very mura talaga siya.
Correct.
Mura.
Most of the SIM card here in Malaysia, so long as meron kang load, meron kang free social media, kahit yung pang Facebook mo lang or pang Messenger or WhatsApp. But if you're using mga Grab or nagsisearch ka ng sa internet, you need data na. But then, mura pa rin siya. Kasi like, in a month, we will be spending 30 ringgit.
30 ringgit.
That's like about
10 GB.
300. Sa peso, it's about like 300 lang. And it's 1 month na.
10 GB pa siya, no?
Meron
Or
din
unlimited. Oo,
actually.
unlimited ata.
Unlimited siya.
Oo.
Meron ka ng unlimited internet for 30 ringgit for 1 month.
And if we're gonna convert that sa Philippine peso, 350?
Mga ganyan.
350
actually, which
pesos.
is walang ganyan sa Philippines.
Oo.
Because walang unlimited na din doon. And then yung, usually nag-expire siya in just a matter of how many days. Diba? 7 days, ganyan. Which is very expensive. Dito, it's just 30 ringgit. So, every month ka lang maglo-load. So to add, it's 30, so 60. So, mga, nasa magkano na tayo?
3.5 na yun kanina.
3,560.
Plus,
Ganyan.
3,560 na. So, ano pa nga ba?
Ang fair.
Okay, fair. Yes, fair. Alright, so...
Kung malayo, for example, yung place ng work mo,
Right. So, if you are working here, you need to consider yung trabaho, kung saan ka nagtatrabaho. So, kami, ang motto namin usually is, pag humahanap kami ng bahay, preferred namin yung nasa malapit sa work. Yung hindi kami magsispend ng malaking pera just for the fare.
Yeah.
So, usually, ang kinukuha namin is walking distance lang sa work, or let's say, magta-travel man kami mga 5 to 10 minutes lang. So, mas mura lang. So, let's say, malayo yung nakuha mong bahay, 30 to 45 minutes yung biyahe, just make sure lang na malapit siya sa train station. Yung transportation dito, very accessible naman siya. Meron tayong bus, train. Just make sure lang talaga na malapit yung bahay mo doon.
Pwede kang mag-train, which will cost you about mga 3 ringgit ata.
6 ringgit balikan lagi.
Balikan, yeah. So, one way, 3 ringgit. Balikan is 6 ringgit lang. So, if train ka lang, so that's just 6 ringgit lang for the entire day. But in our case, kasi, we take Grab car as well. Kasi it's more convenient and safer din, especially if gabi na. So, it's about mga 10 ringgit lang. So, 20 ringgit balikan. So, actually, for us, medyo magastos kami in terms of transportation kasi we are more into convenience rather than magtitipid kami sa fare. So again, it's up to you kung how will you manage your time, your expenses. But train, it's not that expensive. Like mga 3 ringgit, depending din sa place o kung saan ka nag-work. May bus na din, may free bus din as we mentioned in our previous video. If daanan lang yung place mo, free lang yung bus.
Yes.
Tsaka yung bus, hindi naman din siya ng 5 ringgit. Nasa magkano?
1 ringgit nga lang.
1 ringgit lang. It's very affordable lang in terms of that transportation. And the most convenient, and as far as I know, almost lahat ng mga Filipino dito, we're using Grab. Kasi...
Convenience nga.
Oo. And then hindi naman siya ganun ka super mahal. Kasi yung pinaka-nearest, for example,
5 ringgit nga
is 5 ringgit lang. So, yun.
So, if you're gonna take train, tapos ganun lang din yung pamasahe mo, why not use Grab instead na lang?
And it's for the both of us. Kasi if we were gonna use a train, each of us would pay about the same amount din. Kasi pag nag-Grab, so for 2 person na siya. So at least sama, makatipid din kami. So we are sharing our perspective coming from couples kasi nga we're doing it together, almost everything. So that's why he mentioned earlier, pag naghahanap kami ng bahay, closer to our job or our work. Kasi at least if we decide na mag-grab na lang tayo every day, hindi siya ganoon kamahal kasi nga it's very near.
True. So, wise lang dapat tayo.
Yeah.
Right.
But then again, yun ang iwa-weigh lang natin. So, in terms of mga bilihin dito, it's not that expensive. We have a grocery video a while back. You can check that out. It was about 300, I guess, what we spent. And it's a lot. So, you can check that video out. So if we're going to, let's just try to make some calculations based on our estimates. So, for example, you're earning 4,000. Tapos, let's say,
Single ka. Single.
Then, nag-rent ka ng house or yung room
700.
na inclusive na yung lahat-lahat. Let's say, 700 yon. So, meron kang 3,300. Then, you will deduct yung internet mo na
30.
mobile, 30 ringgit. And then, yung fare mo, halimbawa, in a month, let's say, meron kang 10 ringgit per day. So, that's 300.
300.
Kasi, let's just say 300 for the fare. Estimate lang nga din, di ba? And then, so meron kang 2,970. Grocery mo for your own alone, at least, I guess 100 would be enough
100.
na.
So, 200.
So, let's say 200.
This is for the single person.
Ano pa ba?
Yun lang.
So, you will have about 2,770. So, mga 2,700 pa. I think our estimate is already the maximum. But, it's just to show you na meron ka pa talagang matitirang money for yourself, for whatever plans that you have, and you can send it to your family. Because that's the goal naman. Most of the time, magpapadala ng pera sa Pinas, so you would have enough. We are speaking based on the industry that we're working, okay?
So, yun, magkano na yun? Yung matitira sa'yo if you're...
Like mga 2,700.
If you're earning 4,000 salary, tapos counting down yung expenses kanina, you will still have 2,770 extra. So, it's entirely up to you on how are you gonna use it.
So, hindi na doon kasama yung mga outing-outing mo, yung mga kain-kain sa labas.
Right.
Kasi of course, we will do that once in a while, diba? So, it's up to you na how to manage it. Kasi nga, as we said, yung factor about cost of living, it gonna affect yung lifestyle mo, yung industry kung where you're working, if you prefer convenience ba versus saving, mga ganyan-ganyan. So, marami siyang factor, but at the end of the day,
cost of living dito sa Malaysia is affordable.
Yeah,
wow!
It is actually affordable. We even find it na mas mura yung mga bilihin dito compared doon sa Pilipinas. So yun, that's just what we're planning to share.
Right. So,
with you guys.
Right. And hope that nakapulot kayo ng information.
Yeah.
So for those who are planning to work here in Malaysia, yan yung yung tawag dito, yung expenses na magagastos mo.
So we hope na meron din kayong nakuha sa video na to.
Right.
It's just sharing mostly sa experience namin. Again, of course, and then it's couple na breakdown na expenses. So if you plan to be working here in Malaysia, talagang kayang-kaya siya.
Yeah, abot kaya.
If you just know how to manage your money well, makaka-enjoy ka pa, a little bit, makakapagpa-package ka pa, which we usually do, LBC, hali ng padala, anong tawag na, balikbayan box, then you can do that.
Right.
Kasi nga, again, it's not that expensive here.
Right. Especially groceries, right?
Yeah, yes.
So
Alright.
that's about it.
So this is the end of the video. If you like this and you have if you have some takeaways from this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up.
And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
It would really help our channel grow.
Right.
Stay safe and make it a great day.
Bye.
Bye.